So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And once we get connected with the other network, we will be ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand how this meditation can help for us to develop that inner clarity. So as you know, the very purpose of this meditation bring the ability to build up a very good foundation for yourself to have the purity, the clarity within your own mind. We call it another way, purification of the mind. It's not you put something to the mind, you try to get things out of the mind. What you should get out, that all the unnecessary things that we accumulated through this samsaric journey, knowingly or unknowingly. So, when it comes to our liberation, the very barriers we call as hindrance, that hindrance itself doesn't mean something exists outside. It's all our day-to-day habitual patterns And mostly a lot of unskillful things, unprofitable things, we hold into our life thinking it is profitable and it is skillful. So this misunderstanding leads us to difficulties. So through practicing meditation, what happens? You are gaining certain kind of wisdom, ability to understand this correctly. So that you have the mind itself has the power to understand things. But the thing is that our habitual patterns, our self-centered personal opinions blocks or hinder that our deeper recognition. So through the meditation, we bring our awareness to the present moment, and through that present moment, we slowly uproot that deeper hindrance. And how this hindrance become powerful? Repetition of thinking. So, but in the present moment, you're not going to think like that way. You are going to observe, see, and recognize. Not by thinking and understanding, but by observing and recognizing. So once you develop that method, what happens? You are capable to bring that, the true mental power, your awareness, your consciousness. We call it another way, direct perception. Without using thoughts or the past experience, you are capable to understand things. You are seeing, hearing, smell, taste, feel, thoughts itself become your wisdom. Not by thinking and gaining. Your experience itself become your wisdom. So to get into that level, you need some kind of practice. So when it comes to that path, there are 5 hindrances. So out of that 5 hindrances, the one of the major, the first hindrance is the desire. So the desire is another way, is kind of like the cravingness, this likable or wanting through our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, through these objects to find the satisfaction. We always into our life. That is, sometimes we become because of that. We live our life because of that. So then it leads to us to attachment. So in the beginning, you have the desire, the wanting or likable. And then when you're going to like something, what happens? That you build up the attachment. So why this is wrong? Why this can lead us to difficulties? That whatever the attachment we build with the wrong view. What is the wrong view? This is what happened when the desire arises, when you like something, when you want something, what happens? You lose the ability to investigate thoroughly, deeply, rigorously, to observe it. And because of that, what happened? Whatever the mind say, so whatever your habitual patterns, or maybe with the desires, so whatever with the emotions, whatever you feel good, you're going to go with that. And then rather than reasoning and logic, what happens? You take that all the possibilities to fulfill your needs, believing that you are capable to manage these things. This misunderstanding leads us to recognize unprofitable things as profitable, unskillful things as skillful things. And all the worry we take sometimes thinking as happiness. So one of the major things that leads us to desire is the misperception about the happiness. What does that mean? The misperception about the happiness means that sometimes that we recognize something as happiness strongly. And at the same time, if you look into your very normal life, we do a lot of things to find the happiness, but we end up being unhappy. You may experience it every day. You may experience it once a week, once a month, once a year, and some people experience it once a while, and some people experience it whole their life. So in the beginning, we believe, oh, this will make me happy. And then by the time what happened, it brings us disasters. It brings us unhappiness, sadness, worry. But you believed that you're going to be happy. See that the misperception about the happiness, you catch the wrong thing. And once it continue every day, what will happen? So then always remember, one of the very important thing is seeing. Before you get into something, learn to see and know that your seeing is important, because once you see, you know what it is. So this seeing ability built through this practicing meditation. That's why we can't give the wisdom to people. But when you practice yourself how to see, that ability of seeing develop the wisdom. Once you're capable to see your own desires, likeness, wanting yourself when it happened to you, and that is the very first step to bring the ability not to make it as a hindrance. So it is not a magic, but you have to do it yourself. It is a skill. And another thing is, these desires become powerful when you repeat it. It's when you again and again, when you frequently think, it inclinates that the desires. It increases the desires, anything, good or bad, right or wrong. So whatever you keep thinking, that is the very nature of the mind. So once you know the mechanism of the mind, be careful about what you think, because you know if you keep thinking about it, by the time it becomes powerful. So if you know it is unprofitable, you don't need it, so then don't keep thinking about it. It is your personal responsibility to take care of yourself. And if at the same time, if you know something valuable, profitable, important for you, and then what you need to do, keep thinking about it, repeat about it. So then by the time it becomes powerful. But you have to get exactly the right things to repeat like that way. Because in the moment, if you mix with the emotions or the desires, and out of that maybe what you hold, not going to be good. So then how you can find something profitable for you? Always remember, when something comes to you, if you try to repeat something, look into that and see, is it based with the greed, hatred, or the delusion? Then get out of it. So when you see, you can know it based with the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And once you get out of it, and you go into that, become more clear with your mind, day by day. Maybe in the beginning you can't do it suddenly. But by the time, little by little, you can develop that ability. So another thing is skill that you have to develop. You should know when the desires arise and what is the condition of the mind when the desires not in that very moment. What is the condition of, you should know this difference also, because most of the time we neglect that. Even we don't know we have a desire. So that's why this meditative mindset, this awareness, observing yourself is important. Because when you are in the desire, if you know you have a desire, this boiling, needy, greedy, wanting feeling, then you know, oh, I have this. So in this very moment, don't try to go to hold something, because in that very moment it is so powerful. So in that very moment, you can slow that little bit, step back. And at the same time, when you know there is no desire, calm, settle down, and that in that very moment, you know what is the very behavior of the mind. So with that, you can come to the point to see what you want. So just imagine that sometimes, especially when you try to eat or when you go to the dinner table, kitchen area, while somebody cooking, and sometimes what happens? So you don't think about it that much, but maybe you take things and start to eat, and maybe you start to make comments about it. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is not nice, not good, or kind of like that. So from where that come? It ignites that deeper, this cravingness, or it ignites that deeper wanting, likable feelings. And sometimes we like to do that. It's kind of like, get some appetite. See, that is why, this hindrance with us. We are the one who, cultivate it unknowingly. That is what becomes the hindrance when you go deeper into the clarity. So then take care of yourself and have some discipline yourself. It's very necessary. Because when it comes to that clarity, yourself, you know how your mind behave. that know thyself, that bring the ability for yourself to settle down. Once you know yourself, that you bring the freedom, and the tranquility state become more stronger. So don't keep repeating those things. Suddenly you can't stop it, but by the time now you know, so then yourself don't encourage yourself to increase the desire. Little bit step back, step back, step back. And that way, you slowly bring the ability yourself to develop the awareness, and at the same time, your desires become weaker. So especially that thinking, if you keep thinking always, not about the big things, little things, repetition of the mind, thoughts. So it will ignite deeper, and it will take you to the strong desires. So then remember, it's not going to take you suddenly to a big chaos. But little by little thoughts, when you start to think what happened, like everything else, your thought also have the ability or the power to bring the same kind of thoughts, and then it invite the same kind of thoughts, same kind of nature, environment, and then you go. Another thing is this, the mental behavior. Maybe you do it for the first time, but once you do something, for the next time, it is become very easy for you. So that is where these habits become more powerful, strong. So your repetition become a skill and strong itself. So whatever you done, it is easy for you to do. So then what you need to do in day-to-day life, thinking or doing, moderate. If it is unskillful, or if you want to get out of it, if it is still there, try to moderate your actions. Don't keep repeat the same thing, because then it become powerful. When the very next time it jump beyond the moment, because the current already is there. So that's why it's like in the villages, it say, if you kill an animal, you become very easy to kill another animal. And for the animal, the same. Sometimes that the cows in the farms, the cows, if they attack a human, normally they don't do that way, but if once attack, the whole village know this animal going to be dangerous, and then mostly the people become very careful. Like crocodiles, if they once bite a human, sometimes there are crocodiles, then they don't do any harm. But once they somehow attack a human, and everybody know it's going to be so dangerous after that. Even the dog, the same. If the dog bite a human, attack a human, and they're going to do it again. So human, the same. So whatever you do, remember that. Whatever you did, good or bad, it's very easy for you to do it next time. That's why in our culture, tradition, we always do this kind of like activities related to generosity, like giving dana, doing puja, chanting, even the meditation when you do again and again and again. So this kind of things. So then always look into yourself, even though we do meditation, even though maybe you do prayers or the chanting, you do the puja, maybe you give that dana, at the same time, maybe you don't think there are some other things very silently, deeply, in a dark way, in hiding from your consciousness, you keep repeating. So then you may think, oh, I do dana, I do chanting, I pray, I do prayers, meditate, but still my mind is so busy. When I go into practice meditation, still I can't get this tranquility state. Why is that? Because you didn't see some other things also you keep repeating in day-to-day life. So then look into yourself and slowly start to get out of it. And that way, you slowly get out of this current of the desire. So those are little informations for you to practice. There are a lot of things related to the desire and all the hindrance, but little by little, when you gain that information yourself, very easy for you to practice. But the important thing that you have to remember, this all the hindrance means that your passion or your lifestyle you develop. So little things in day-to-day life you keep repeating, and it is there with you. You wake up with it, you go to sleep with it, and you live with it. That's the thing. That is what hindrance. So then you have to slowly look into yourself and change that things. And once you have that understanding, once you know that it is within you, once you take that responsibility, once you're capable to see it when it happens in you, then it is very easy for you to go from that to your liberation. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with yourself. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment you're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatacha sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma nu Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jaravya Dimaranam Ha Paribunjisami Idammi Punya Kammang Asavaktaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.